What's with all the people sitting on the chairs? Huh? There you can move that up. You have to turn it up a bit. I don't want it too close, because then my hands... You have to turn up the volume a bit so that people can hear it. Yeah, okay. Can the people in the back hear it? In the back? Are you sitting in the back? Yes. Huh? Yes. I don't have a lot of strength today. So why do you come? You want to have a look at me? Okay, good. Who was here last year? Hardly anybody. So, why are we born? Simple question. Huh? Anybody knows the answer why we are born? Nobody. We are born to die. And where do we die? To be born again. That's called samsara vata. The cycle of birth and death. Born, die, born, die, born, die. Huh? I call it the hamster wheel. Running, 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 but not going anywhere. Yeah. Yeah. So, what are we going to do? Yeah. We need to open the door and get out. Yeah. Otherwise we will run forever. Yeah. I mean, we have been running. I think it's a little bit echo. We've been running for trillions of lives already. So, yeah. If you don't find a way out, you will be running and running again. Yeah. For another trillion of lives. And when I look at your faces, you all look so happy, I mean, you're just going in for another life, huh? Full of dukkha, huh? Dukkha, dukkha, the first noble truth. What is dukkha? Huh? Discontent, dis-ease, huh? Pain, restlessness, boredom, pain, suffering. Yeah, that's all dukkha. Huh? Getting up in the morning, huh? Waking up in the morning not wanting to get up, dukkha. Huh? Getting hungry, dukkha. Huh? Thirsty, dukkha. Needing to go to the toilet, dukkha. Huh? Getting tired, dukkha. I mean, not enough, huh? That is just the bodily dukkha. Yeah? Now the mental dukkha. I don't like this, I want that. Yeah? I'm not satisfied with this, I'm not satisfied with that. I want this, I want to become, I want to be, I want to have this, I want to have that. Yeah? That's the mental dukkha. It's the first noble truth. If you don't understand this truth, there's no way out. And we're running and running and running, yeah? Around in this roller coaster. Yeah? Living, yeah? What do you do? Yeah? You're born. When you're born as a human being, can you use the body already? No, you have to train this body for 16 or 18 years, yeah? No? Learning to walk, learning to talk, lots of fun. Yeah? Learning to read, learning to write, going to school for 15, 16 years until we can use the full strength of our body. And what do we do then? We work. Yeah? Until we get retired, and then we don't have any more strength, and then we wait for death to come. That's life in a nutshell. Yeah? Training this body until we can work, until we can look after this body, then we work for this body, yeah? Until we don't have any more strength. Yeah? Where's the fun in all this? And then we wait for death to come, just to get in another one. Yeah? Very good. Huh? I mean, make yourself this clear. Yeah? I mean, this life is not the first life. And it's not the first life as a human being. Yeah? People think, oh, I will go to heaven. Yeah? I mean, there's a time limit to heaven. Yeah? Once you used up all your merit in heaven, you go down to hell. Because we did enough bad things, that leads us to hell. Yeah? And then we might go up to heaven again and to hell again. Yeah? Or, for normal people, they go to hell, they finish their life as human beings, they go to hell, experience the results of their bad karma, and then they come back as a ghost, and after being a ghost, they come back as a human being again, yeah? Just to do enough bad karma, to go down to hell. That sounds like a lot of fun, yeah? Hello. Wake up, huh? When are you going to wake up, huh? Sleepwalking through life, huh? No? That's what we do. And nowadays even worse, with the smartphone in your hand, you sleepwalk through the life, yeah? You don't even know what is going on around you, huh? Look at the people, walk, yeah? Sending messages, taking pictures, sending it to a friend, yeah? Looking up this, looking up that, yeah? Asking what is this? Google, Siri, Gemini, or whatever it is, Grok, yeah? Maybe I should, let Grok, make a talk, that, find out, look at the talks of Ajahn Martin, and make a now AI talk, yeah? I think it would be bad, really bad. Nowadays people, why is it called a smartphone? Because the people who use it are stupid. Otherwise, why would they use a smartphone? It's smarter than us, yeah? Or it's supposed to be smarter than us. And the more we use it, the more stupid we become. Yeah? Especially nowadays with this AI, yeah? Can you trust it? You ask something, can you trust the answer? I tested it out. I just rephrased the question, and each time a different answer comes up. So which answer is the right one? At the time when we went to university, the older generation, we looked at the books. Who was writing the book? Is it a reliable source? Then we copied the text out, and used it for our thesis, yeah? Nowadays you don't do that anymore, yeah? You don't know where these answers are coming from. Anywhere in this world, you don't know who wrote it, yeah? You don't know who came up with this idea. Yeah? It makes us completely dependent and completely stupid, yeah? The more we use it, yeah? And people not only using it for this, yeah, they're using it to play games. Yeah? Yeah? What kind of life is this? Yeah? A life of game, yeah? Life of throne or whatever, or what is it? What are these games, computer games called? I don't know. Yeah? You go into this game, you choose a character, yeah? You fight your way along, and in the end it says, game over, new game. Just like our life. Game over means dead, have a new life, have a new go. Yeah? And the problem is when we die, yeah? Just like within the game, all our attainments that we have have you gained in the game? You know, it's gone. You have to start from fresh. No? Yeah. And as human beings, the same. We have to start from fresh. You have to educate this body again. You have to walk. You have to learn to walk, to talk, yeah? And so on, and so on. 16 years, you know, before you can use it again. And then you have to go university, yeah? Or go study a profession, yeah? And then you have to work again, because everything that we build up, yeah, in this life is gone. Bye-bye. Family business, huh? Our achievements, huh? The Nobel Prize of Physics, or the Nobel Peace Prize, you know, I mean, it's gone. We have to work again. Each life you have to start fresh. Yeah? The only thing, yeah, that we take with us, yeah, is our karma. Yeah? The bad karma or the good karma. Yeah? So for the people who are so old, you know, just start to pack your bags, you know. Yeah? Put all the good karma and bad karma and then carry it out, and whatever bag is heavier, that's where you go. What are we doing, you know, people? Yeah? Especially people who are retired. Yeah? The only thing that you still have left to do is practice. Yeah? Make the mind calm. When the mind is calm, when the mind has sati, when the mind has awareness, it is aware of what is going on. Yeah? And when we are aware, for instance, if you go to Singapore, you know, when we are aware that there's a left turn and a right turn and a straight, you know, and back, and you know, or 5 turns, yeah, then we can choose which way to go. If we are not aware, we just, you know, go down the main road. And that's the same with our karma. If we are not aware at the time of death, you know, of our options, we just go, you know, the way of our heaviest karma, yeah, be it good or be it bad, yeah. That's why we have to be, especially, you know, when we are retired and have nothing else to do. But normally the people who are retired have so many things to do. Yeah? In the next life, you have so many things to do either. Yeah. Again and again and again. There's no end, yeah? And everybody, you know, said, okay, I'll do this job, you know, and then it's finished, yeah? Once you finish this job, you know, you have another job. Oh, yeah, I need to do this. Yeah, I need to do that, you know? There's no end to it, yeah? Just like there is no end to desire, yeah? And desire is that what creates the dukkha, yeah? Tanha, yeah? The desire to be, the desire not to be, the desire to become or not to become. Yeah? The desire to have or not to have. Yeah? That is creating all this mental dukkha. Yeah? The body is a burden already. You know, why to burden ourselves with all this mental dukkha? Yeah? Danny, I think they are all asleep here. I mean, what is with you? You know, I mean, is life so hard? You know that you come to a talk and fall asleep, or nothing. Yeah. And today I don't really have the strength. You know, I mean to fiercely, you know, I'm power into it. You know, so that at least the wall breaks up. No. Understand the situation you are in. That is the most important thing. Yeah? I mean, if you think there's no other life, you know, it's useless to come to this talk. Yeah? If you think you're not in the hamster wheel, you know, I mean, then, you know, there's no need to listen to this talk. Yeah? The Lord Buddha came down, you know, to teach us human beings, yeah? Because he thought, you know, it is very useful, you know, to let the people know how to get out of this samsara. Yeah? But how many people at that time listened to him? Yeah? There were so many skeptics even at that time, you know. And nowadays, you know, there's no Buddha, you know, and there are hardly any arahants around here. And especially nobody in Singapore, nobody in Malaysia or around, Sumatra, we are only living arahants, are still a few, in Thailand. Maybe there's one in Laos, maybe there's one in Cambodia, maybe there's one in Myanmar, but not many in Sri Lanka, But most of them were in Thailand, Starting with Lumpur Man and Lumpur Sao, And then, at least 100 arahants, coming from them, from the good teacher, I mean, that is the value of a good teacher, who teaches the people to go the path, and tell them, how to deal with this problem, how to deal with that problem, how to go along, If we don't have this, if we don't have a teacher like that who knows the path, how can he guide us? I mean, we can all read, We can read the suttas, but, does it tell you how to deal, how to deal with anger, how to deal with lust and so on, What is the right path to go, The right path, is always the Four Noble Truths. And dukkha, the cause of dukkha, the cessation of dukkha, and the path that leads to the end of dukkha, And that is the only thing, that leads us out, The Fourth Noble Truth. That's what the monks are practicing, and that's what lay people are hopefully practicing if they are looking for a way out, or at least, go to the gate, Sila, Samadhi, Panya, that is the path. That is the path to the end of dukkha. Sila, the five precepts. What are the five precepts? Not to harm any living being, Not only human beings, any living being. Including animals, including ghosts, including, devas, and so on, Not harming any living being, Not taking what is not given, You work in a company and take the pencil or take this or that from the company, that is stealing. The company didn't give it to you. Unless they tell you, go home and work from home, here's your laptop or here's your this, Then it is allowed, But people, I work for this company, so, it's part of mine, already, It's against the precept, If you go to a friend, and raid his fridge, it's against the precept, Unless he gives you permission, Oh, there's a nice apple or a nice, peach, lying on the table, and then we bite into it, As long as it's not given, as long as the friend says, everything in my house, belongs to you as well, then it is given, But people don't realize that, these little things, these little things are breaking the precept, And then sexual misconduct, is the big, the big thing, Having extramarital affair, having a man, having two women, or a woman having two men, That's not good. That's sexual misconduct, Parents with a child, sexual misconduct. Teacher with a student, sexual misconduct, Professor with a student, sexual misconduct, The CEO with his underlings, sexual misconduct. And then we look at the world and it's full of it, And don't have to look very far, Everywhere, wherever we go, people, are just not satisfied with the other, They have a partner, after 4 years they are dissatisfied, looking for another one. They don't want to get divorced, so they have affairs outside of the marriage, and sexual misconduct. That's quite heavy, It certainly leads us to hell, just like killing, Just like killing people, or harming them very, very strongly leads us to hell, And what is the fourth? Yeah? Musa, yeah? No harsh speech, no lies, no harmful speech, yeah? Harming people with one's speech, yeah? But the mouth goes first, yeah? And the brain comes afterwards. We say things that we don't mean to. No? Look at this person, what is he doing? See how bad he is, See, we do that all the time, yeah? And we are good, we are angels. We don't do anything wrong, Other people, point the finger at us, Look how she is behaving or what she is doing, that's not good, yeah? We do that all the time. That's why in German we have a saying, yeah? Before you open your mouth, start your brain. Start thinking, yeah? Start thinking what you want to say. Yeah? So that is the fourth. Yeah? The fifth one, no alcohol, no drugs, yeah? That is pretty much clear, yeah? And nowadays, addiction. The smartphone is an addiction. The same thing. Where is your smartphone? It's in your bag or it's in your pocket all day long, 24 hours, yeah? When you go to sleep, it's next to you in the bed, yeah? It's an addiction, yeah? The moment we are bored, we look up the smartphone, yeah? We do this, yeah? Constantly, yeah? So we don't even know dukkha. We don't even realize, that we have dukkha. 15 years or 20 years ago, there were no smartphones, yeah? What did we do? Probably watching telly, yeah? But telly was not 24 hours a day, yeah? What did we do? We used our grey matter, what some people call a brain, yeah? To think about some things, to reflect about it, to reflect about our life. Now we don't even need, yeah? Now we don't need to do this anymore, yeah? We don't need reflection, yeah? We just ask Google or Siri, what shall I do today, yeah? Yeah, people do this, yeah? Texting, constantly texting, looking at line, looking at TikTok, wasting their time, yeah? Looking at YouTube, yeah, whatever. I don't know how many different apps there are, and then the game apps, we can, 24 hours, yeah? It's a waste of time, my dear friends, yeah? Is it, can't you wait to die and have another life, so you need to waste the time? Ask yourself, what is it as a human being? Yeah? There are 31 realms of existence. The human realm, yeah? The Lord Buddha always comes to a human realm, yeah? Because he sees the potential of the human race, yeah? And what do? We waste our time. We kill time by doing this, by doing that. We can't wait to die and have another life and hope, the next life is better. If this life is not good, the next life will not be better. Remember that? Yeah? Every new year, we say, the next year will be better. And it's just the same. Just the same as yesterday. Yeah? So how should the next life be better? If we don't prepare for it to be better. Remember this, remember this well, yeah? If you don't do, yeah? If you don't do anything good, yeah? If we don't, yeah, get a little bit of awareness in our life, what we are doing, why we are doing, and what is the result of our doing. Anybody ever thought about it? No. Because the kilesas tell us, you want this, go there, and then we go there. Huh? Singapore, it's a small country, okay, let's go to India, yeah? Or let's go to Taiwan, or let's go to China, yeah? What do we see in China or India? People. Yeah? What do we see? Houses, trees, yeah? Vegetation, yeah? Beaches, ocean. We can see that all here. Why do we need to go there? Huh? Because we are bored. We want to see something new. Yeah? Huh? It's the same thing with eating. Huh? Hey, let's try out this food. Let's try out this food. There's a new restaurant. Can we try it out? Yeah? Every time, going for the tasters. Huh? Going for the difference. Huh? And in the end effect, everything is the same. People are people. Yeah? Some people are nice, other people are friendly, other people are unfriendly. Yeah? So, we can all have that in this country, yeah? So we don't need to go anywhere. We can use the time, to practice, yeah? And practice especially reflection, yeah? What is my life, why am I living? What is the point of me living, yeah? What is the goal in my life, huh? Ever ask yourself this? No. Yeah? We just do, yeah? When I'm retired, look at the retirees. What do they do? Huh? Looking for other things to do. Yeah, looking after their grandchildren or whatever. Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, and they have less time than the people who work. Yeah, can't wait. Yeah, so we waste our precious life. Yeah. The Lord Buddha said, I'm in this, yeah? Human life is a jumping board. It's a board where we can, it's a life that we can use, to open the gate, yeah, to Nibbana, yeah? To enter the stream, yeah? To open the gate and enter the stream, yeah? And then, only then have we made a dent, in the samsara, yeah? And we might be at most reborn seven more times, yeah, until we reach Nibbana, yeah? Or we reach Sakadagami, once return, or Anagami, or even Arahant, yeah? And then we never come back, yeah? And Anagami also never comes back, yeah? Bye-bye. Yeah? And then he looks at you poor people, oh. How many more lives do you have, yeah? Hmm? What is the goal in your life? The goal, the aim. Shall I spell it out? AIM. Goal, GOAL. Ever thought about it? What do you want at the end of your life? And when the coffin is closed, what did you want to do with your life? So work for it. No matter what it is, work for it. Yeah? But think about it, that all these things, that you accomplish in this life are anicca, yeah? And you cannot take with you, yeah? The things that are not anicca is the spiritual qualities that we develop, yeah? Like generosity or respect or gratitude, yeah? These things that most of the younger people don't even know what it is, yeah? What is gratitude? Yeah? Being grateful for what is given to us, yeah? Even being grateful to the boss or employer who gives us work, or the one who rents us a house or a compartment or an apartment, yeah? Even the bank that does our transaction for us, being grateful, yeah? We don't know that, yeah? We think it is our right, yeah? Just like most of the Westerners, yeah? This is my right, yeah? I have the right, for healthcare, I have the right for this, I have the right for that, yeah? I have the right for parents, no. Right? Being grateful for what is given to us, for what is, what we are helped with, yeah? Because we cannot live alone. Ever notice that? We need other people. Yeah? Only forest monks can live alone, yeah, by themselves, but not completely alone because they need to go Vindabad, they need to go on alms round in the morning, yeah? And the rest of the day they can live alone, yeah? They don't need anything, yeah? But we normal human beings, we need, we need a family, or we need a group, that we call our friends, and so on and so on. We cannot live alone. We need to rely on, and we need to fit into a group. And that makes life very difficult. We want to have friends, we don't want to disappoint friends, so we behave in a way that is most of the time not becoming for ourselves. Instead of doing, instead of following the aim that we have in our life, knowing what we are doing, why we are doing, and what is the results of our doing, especially knowing if it is wholesome or unwholesome. Not thinking, not just taking any label, this is bad or this is good. Looking at one's own heart, Is it wholesome? Do I feel contented? Do I feel happy when I do this? Some people, when they give alms, they feel happy. Okay, so that is wholesome. Or some people feel contented, when they help other people. It's a nice feeling. But if you get angry, this is certainly unwholesome. Or if you get upset, it's unwholesome. So why do we do this to ourselves? Ever ask yourself? When you're in a bad mood, why do you do this? When you're in a depression, why do you do this to yourself? It's you, nobody else. When you understand the law of karma, you probably remember the saying, don't do unto others what you don't want others to do unto you. But you don't know the second part. Because for whatever is happening you right now is what you have done unto others in previous lives. If you cheated, you will be cheated. If you have never cheated any other person, you will not be cheated in this life. If you robbed other people in previous life, people will rob you. Very, very clear. Karma doesn't need any judge. Who decides, he has some billions, I don't, he can get by with it. No, everybody is the same. Karma is just. It seems unfair to us, when we look at our life, don't we? Sometimes, why is this happening to me? Because of my own doing. And if we are aware of what we are doing, then we can change things. If we are not aware, just like you are mostly sleepwalking, then of course you cannot change anything. We need to wake up. Hello, waking up, I don't know what to do. Shall I display how you sit here? What is he saying? What shall I do with you? Tell me. How can I wake you up? Life is difficult. Life is not easy. But there's a way that we can make it easier. But for that we need some awareness or sati. Otherwise we are sleepwalking. We are robots, just look. Go to one of these shopping malls, you have quite a few shopping malls here in Singapore, and look at the people. Just look at them, are they aware of what they are doing? No. Have a look, have a good look. Observe them. Observing is one of the qualities that we need to develop, for instance, when we go into samadhi. That's the second part of the path that leads to the end of dukkha. Is samadhi, the ability to concentrate, and not only concentrate, we concentrate on the breath, around the tip of the nose, or we concentrate on the Buddha, And the sati is developed by knowing what the Buddha is doing or knowing what the breath is doing. Is it the in-breath? Is it the out-breath? Is it deep? Is it shallow? No, we concentrate, and then we become calm. Ah, so nice. Boop, it's gone. Yeah? Because we think. And the moment we think, we are getting out of samadhi. Yeah? We should keep, we should keep our sati on, on the breath or on the Buddha, And whenever thought and whenever memory comes in, that's where we need our effort, We go back to our point of attention, be it the Buddha or be it the breath. And then we observe. We don't make the breath, I need a calm breath, I need a calm breath. No, we don't make the breath, we observe the breath. That is the quality. Observe what we are doing. Observe the breath. If you don't know what observing means, next time go to the aquarium or go to the zoo and observe the animals. Do we have to think what the animals are doing? We see the monkey jumping from branch to branch. Do we have to think, oh, this monkey is jumping from branch to branch? We see and we know. No? And that is exactly the quality that we need to develop when we do samadhi. Observe, observe, observe. Not to make. Yeah? Because the Westerners always, and you're half Westerners or 3/4 Westerners already, the same kind of breed. We want to make. No, we want to observe, we want to know. Yeah? We want to know how the breath is at this moment. Is it deep? Is it shallow? Is it the in-breath? Yeah? Is it at the height? Or is it, slowing down and turning into the out-breath? Yeah? That's what we want to know. Yeah? With the Buddha, the same thing. Is it fast? Is it shallow? Is it, is it deep? Yeah? Or is it slow? Is it the B? Is it the U? Is it the D? Yeah? That's what we want to know. And that is what develops sati. Yeah? And without sati, we cannot do anything. Yeah? We can concentrate on things, but we still don't know what is happening. Yeah? So please, next time you go to the zoo, observe. And this observance, you take into your meditation, observing the breath or observing the Buddha. Yeah? And when the mind goes out, that's where we need the force. Yeah? That's why I sometimes, compare, meditation with riding a horse. Yeah? As long as the horse goes in the ride, you go with the flow, go with the flow, go with the flow. Yeah? The moment the horse, goes a different path, you rein it in. Yeah? And the same thing with the mind. You don't have to use force on the Buddha, or you don't have to use force on the breath. Yeah? You just rein it in when the mind goes out, and it constantly goes out. And the more we use our smartphone, the more it goes out. Yeah? The young people, sometimes I teach at school, 15 or 16 years old. What do you think their concentration span is? 2 seconds. And then his mind is gone. And the more you use your smartphone, the less your concentration, your attention span is going to be. Huh? I know you have to use a smartphone, because of work, but then use it only for work. Don't use it for entertainment. Don't use it for play. Don't use it, to obscure the fact that you have dukkha. It's so easy, it's always there, And then all these these messages coming up from our friends, from our groups, that we, that we went into this group, a meditation group, maybe meditation group, then, a yoga group or things, it constantly comes up. How can I live in this world like this, I don't have even one moment, of free time, Sometimes I hear, when the people come to the monastery, when they don't turn their phones off, go beep, 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 beep. one after the other, and then I start looking, is it different? Constantly distracted, and for samadhi we need to be able to concentrate, we need to be able to concentrate at least for 45 minutes, stay with the breath, get into samadhi, get into the safe house, By the way, the person with the hoodie, you should not listen to a Dhamma talk when you have your hoodie on. Yeah? It's not allowed for me, I just saw it. It's not allowed for me to teach as a monk, for people with a hoodie on or people who are standing. Yeah? Where was I? We're constantly distracted. We need at least 45 minutes, to be able to enter samadhi. And this upachara samadhi, there are 3 stages of samadhi. Kanika samadhi, very momentary, one moment, one blink of an eye we go into, and then we come out again. Upachara samadhi, we can stay there for hours, And it starts from very coarse upachara samadhi to very deep upachara samadhi. In the beginning, once in a while, there might be still a thought coming, but we are not interested, or memory coming. But we enter the safe house, and then we are thrown out, and that's when we notice, we've been into samadhi. And, don't ask me if I have been into samadhi, because, you know it yourself, When you come out and you feel energized, and you feel concentrated, you can concentrate on things, then you have been into samadhi, upachara samadhi. Is it deep or was it very deep or not very deep? That depends on you, And that is our safe house, because that is the first time we realize we don't need a thing. We are completely contented. We don't need anything. Wow! That's a revelation. The moment we come out of samadhi, we need this, we need to go there, we need to go to toilet, we need to drink something, and so on, and so on, and so on, But when we're in samadhi, perfect. Actually, our body sits also perfect, It doesn't twitch here and doesn't twitch there, Because if the body twitches, the chitta twitches, And what we are trying to do is, make the chitta still, And if the chitta is still or calm, the body doesn't move. Who's the owner of the body? When you sit in the car and fall asleep, does the car move? No. It doesn't go right, it doesn't go left, it doesn't go forward or backward. Because the driver is asleep, or the driver went out, so the car doesn't move. And the driver of the body is the chitta. So if the chitta is calm, or is, quotation marks, asleep, then the body doesn't move. If you start to move here and start to move there, try to avoid the pain, then we are not in samadhi. People always coming late, And still having their mask on. How many years, have I talking about it? That's stupid. Absolutely stupid, People don't do that, They just listen, a doctor says we should do this. When a doctor tells me to do this, I reflect upon if it is wise or not wise, I ever realized, when you put on a mask, we need to breathe in oxygen. You realize that, When we breathe out, what comes out? Carbon dioxide. No? And carbon dioxide seems to be very healthy for our body. That's why we keep it in the mask. And when we breathe in again, we breathe in the carbon dioxide. Other people who want to kill themselves, just put some hose, to the exhaust of their car, and breathe it in and to die, And we did it all by ourselves, we all freely did it, yeah? Not thinking about it because, that's where we need our brain cells, yeah? Fear, yeah? We're afraid to die. We will die, no matter what. Sooner or later we will die. Everybody of us dies, yeah? Some people die sooner, some people die later, yeah? I couldn't understand, I really couldn't understand it about COVID. COVID is just a cold. Yeah? I never seen anybody putting a mask on when he has a cold. Yeah? But nowadays everybody, yeah? You think the virus is, so big that it cannot come into the mask, yeah? Or when we eat and take off the mask, the virus cannot come in? Yeah, where is it? Where is our, what is it called? Common sense. Huh? The common sense, that tells us something is not right. Yeah? Why did all these pharma concerns that earn billions of dollars, told us, to have three vaccinations, huh? Because they earn the money. Yeah? Fear, yeah. The next fear is, the fear of death, the fear of sickness, the fear of this sickness, that sickness, yeah. Or the fear of war. Yeah. Now they come, yeah. In Europe they come, yeah. Russia is going to attack us. We have to prepare ourselves. Who provoked Russia? The West. Always coming closer and closer and closer to the border, until Russia said, no, that's enough, yeah? And now, yeah, everybody needs to train, to become a soldier, yeah? Buying material, and who profits? The government never goes to war. They send us to war. Ask for us to die. Huh? No? The Singaporeans have to train, to train in the army. Yeah, every one of you, who has to train in the army. Yeah? In Germany, I had to train in the army at that time, when East Germany and West Germany were two different states, yeah? Two different systems, yeah? That was not fun, yeah? And especially to kill somebody, yeah? Because somebody else tells us to kill somebody, yeah? But because of fear, we do it. Or fear to getting killed, or some sort of rationale. Yeah? Fear is something, We can investigate that later, yeah? So I was talking about samadhi. I'm not talking about appana samadhi, where everything disappears, or one-pointedness. Yeah? Let's go to panya, wisdom, developing wisdom. That's where we actually need our grey matter, yeah? That's where we need, yeah? That's where we need concentration. That's where we need sati. We concentrate, on something that we want to investigate, yeah? And the first thing that we learn it, is by concentrating on the pain, yeah? What is pain? What is pain? We don't like it, we don't want it, yeah? So if you sit in samadhi, pain comes, we get up and the pain is gone. So what kind of pain is that? Ever noticed that? Huh? You sit 20 minutes in samadhi, and pain, oh, it's so painful. Yeah, I'm going to break my leg. I'm going to ruin my body. Yeah. But when you sit with your friends and eat, for 2 hours, and talk and talk and talk, there's no breaking of a leg. There's no ruining the body. Yeah. It's just lots of fun. Yeah. But when we sit in samadhi, everything. Huh? Never realize that. That's, reflect about what you're doing. Huh? Never notice it when you get out of samadhi. Because of pain, that the pain is gone. Wow, that's great. But that is not the remedy. because we are going away from pain. We don't understand what pain is. It's the same thing. We don't understand all these things. We don't understand anger. We don't understand this feeling. We don't understand that feeling. Huh? We label it and then we look for a remedy. Pain, okay, get up. Pain is gone. Huh? Or other pain, let's go to the repair shop, what we call hospitals, and get some relief for our pain. No? We don't want to know what pain is. We don't want to experience pain. Yeah? In order to overcome pain, we have to experience pain. It's the same in order to overcome hell, we have to go through the fires of hell. How can we ever, if we don't know, if we don't understand something, how can we overcome it? Huh? Ever thought about it? Huh? Yeah. Hello, pain. What is pain? Feel it, breathe it in order to know it, to understand it, and then you look where it is coming from. Is it in the skin? Is it in the tendons? Is it in the flesh? Is it in the bones? Huh? And don't listen to any answers that are coming from the kilesas. Yeah, because I see crooked, I strain myself too much. Yeah? Then your answer should be, and when I sit with my friends and eat? Huh? That should be the answer then. Yeah? Because the kilesas come with all our excuses that we read, that we heard, and so on. Yeah? From the doctors, from our phone, and so on. Yeah? And we have to get rid of them, all of them, until there's no more answer coming, until we know what pain is. Yeah? And then, when we're close to the truth of pain, then the pain disappears from this spot and goes to the next spot. Kind of magic, this pain, huh? Yeah, then we go to the next spot. Because we want to find out where the pain is coming from. Huh? We are not satisfied with that it disappears. Yeah? We want to find out where it's coming from. And if we have to sit 2 hours or 3 hours, then we sit 2 hours or 3 hours, until the pain is coming. And I can promise you, it is the most stable meditation object that you ever had. Yeah? The Buddha disappears, the breath disappears, but pain doesn't disappear so easily. Yeah? That's why we can concentrate very easily on it. Yeah? But we have to actually accept it. And that's a problem. It's a problem with all these negative things, that we don't like, yeah? This kind of feeling, yeah? The feeling of fear, what is it, yeah? How does the feeling of fear differ from the feeling of anger? Ever asked yourself? Or from the pain? Huh? A feeling is a feeling. Huh? It's a positive feeling, negative feeling, or neutral feeling, yeah? But we gave all these labels, all these different labels, to feelings, and we know how to deal with it so that it goes away, not understanding what it is. So we have to understand. And then if you can accept this feeling, what came before this feeling? What kind of thought? What kind of memory came? Very good, for instance, what is tiredness? Huh? How does it feel like? What came before the tiredness? Was there a feeling, it's boring, let's go to sleep better, yeah? Now I'm calm, I can go to sleep. Yeah? What came before it? What kind of memory? What kind of thought? Yeah? We have to understand. Huh? You want to understand everything in this world, why don't you want to understand how you are working yourself, yeah? What comes into the mind? Why does it come into the mind? How do we react to this situation? How do we react to this? Or why do we react to this situation? Yeah? This we don't want to understand. Yeah? We just want to understand the world. How do we build a skyscraper? How do we build a bigger ship? How do we drive a car? How do we make chips? And so on. This we want to understand. Yeah? But how we work, nobody wants to understand that. Huh? And if you don't understand how you work, you cannot change. Yeah? Very simple. Yeah? Because if we see something is unwholesome, we can let it go. Yeah? Or we cannot indulge into it. Yeah? If you see a certain reaction, if you see something is coming, a certain reaction is creeping up that is unwholesome, yeah? We can investigate it. Yeah? It's up to us. Yeah? I'm working so hard, and in the evening I'm so tired, so leave me alone. Yeah. Huh? Investigation, that's where we need to ask questions. Yeah? But not the question, not the question, how do I get rid of it? Yeah? Not the question, what is it? How does it feel like? How does it differentiate itself, yeah, from this or from that? Yeah? Yeah? What is this body made of, for instance? Yeah? What happens if I remove the skin from this body? Would I still like it? Very interesting question, huh? Anybody seen the body worlds? Yeah? Where they plastered, the plastered bodies of dead people? Yeah? And where you can see it without skin? Yeah? How does it look like? Yeah? Very interesting. Yeah? But that is already plastered, when you look at it, all the poos and the pus, Yeah? You just need to look in your stomach, yeah? The nice food that you had this morning, When you look into your stomach now, how is it? When you throw up, you want to eat it again? Yeah, it's still food. The body is just a chemical factory, Yeah? Or the stomach is a chemical factory, that processes, If it can process it and turn it into energy, that's good. If it cannot, then it stores or it goes out in the shit, yeah? Huh? No? Whatever goes into the body or onto the body is nice, whatever comes out of the body is disgusting. Huh? The sweat? Nice perfume. Huh? No? The spittle. You don't want to put it back in your mouth. Huh? It's 24 hours in your mouth. Try it out. Spit it in your... Wait 2 minutes, and then try to lick it up again. You don't want to do it. It stinks. Huh? Ever notice that? Huh? The shit that comes out, yeah? Huh? The food that we have, yeah? So many different colors, so many different tastes, when it comes out, one color, one taste, yeah? This body turns everything into something that is disgusting. We don't like it. Huh? But we never thought about it. Yeah? Yeah? Take away the skin, and then look at your neighbor, he just looks like you. There's nothing, yeah? All the attraction is gone, yeah? And the skin, yeah? How thick is the skin that hides all this mess? Thin. Ever remove the skin, it's very thin like a tissue. And everything underneath this we don't like. Huh? We like the form, we like the hair, we like the nails, Huh? But what is inside, where is the hair growing out, yeah? Huh? We don't want to see. That cuts down on the delusion about this fantastic body. In one way it is fantastic because it can produce so many things, yeah? But, it gives us a lot of dukkha. Yeah? We have to look after it, And in the end, all the things that we create with this body, be it art or be it architecture or whatever it is, yeah? Spacecraft, I don't know, yeah? Or nowadays this AI, yeah? It's gone when we die. So this is anicca, impermanent. Whatever arises has to cease. Yeah? And whatever arises and has to cease cannot be me, cannot be mine, cannot be myself. Who are you? Ever asked yourself this? What were my ideas, 20 years ago? Oh, very different from what I am now. Huh? What were my thoughts, 10 years ago or 5 years ago? What were my goals or aims, 5 years ago? Huh? So who are you? Is there something constant? Yeah? What do you think? It's me, it's mine, yeah? My name, yeah? When you die, the name is also gone. Maybe it's written on a piece of stone or a piece of wood, yeah? And then after a while, the stone, decays, in the wood, rots away, yeah? So who are you, yeah? You're a sum up, of all the 5 khandhas, Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Viññāna, yeah? So it's a body, it's it's Vedana, it's feeling, and then memory and association, thoughts and consciousness. And these things are constantly changing. Ever notice it? Consciousness you won't notice, because it's so fast, yeah? But feeling changes, yeah? You have a nice feeling, can you change it to something else? It just comes and it goes, yeah? You have, today you are in a bad mood, can you change it to a good mood? Say, oh, I don't like this bad mood, let's switch it off, and have a good mood. Can you change it? No. Because it's not me, it's not mine, it's not myself, it doesn't belong to me. Just like this body, yeah? When the body is sick, we cannot change it. Yeah? When the body is not healthy, we cannot change it to a healthy body. Yeah? We have to live with it. When we are a woman, we cannot be a man. When we are a man, we cannot be a woman. Yeah, except for these stupid, sex changes. Yeah, but that is not really. You still are the same. Yeah. So, can you change it? No. Yeah? Can you prevent it from dying? No. Can you prevent it that it doesn't die so fast, or that you have a long life? No, because you have no power over this body. The body comes and the body goes. Yeah? It's anicca. Yeah? Feelings come, feelings go. It's anicca. Yeah? And who knows this? Yeah? Who knows you have a thought? Ever try to ask the thought, do you know you are a thought? What do you think the reply is? Nothing. Do you know it's a memory? Yeah? When a memory comes up, do you know it's a memory? Do you know it's a feeling? Yeah? Who knows these things? That's exactly what I was talking about. You're not developing this knowingness. Yeah? Knowing what is going on, observing, yeah? Observing. Okay, there's a feeling. Yeah? We see the feeling coming, we see the feeling going. Yeah? So who is the perceiving? Yeah? Who is the subject and who is the object? Yeah? The subject is the knowingness, the object is the object we know about. A feeling, a thought, a memory, a body. It's not you. The body is not me, and not mine, it's not myself. Yeah? When you're born in a car and die in a car, never get out of the car, you think you are the car, don't you? Yeah, very simple. Yeah. It's the same with the body. You're born in the body, you die in the body, you think you are the body. No. The body is the body and the chitta is the chitta. The chitta is the owner of the body, just like the driver of the car is the owner of the car. Yeah? In most cases, yeah? He can decide to drive or not to drive. The chitta can decide to move this body or not to move this body. To think or not to think. Yeah? But the problem in the chitta is that there are kilesas who also have the ownership of these 5 khandhas. Yeah? And these we have to drive out in order to get peaceful. I guess I better stop. So, with this I end the talk, so if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them.
Sorry that I was late, Ajahn. Thank you very much for what I learned from your insightful talk, even though it wasn't the whole thing. You were saying that if we have a bad mood on a particular day, thank you so much, brother, we cannot change that bad mood. But it is Buddhist we can. Can you please expand and elaborate on that? As a lay Buddhist, what can we do? Because all of us experience days of having a bad mood. Thank you.
I mean, I just explained it, how to change it, to know what came before the bad mood, to investigate. First, allow the feeling of how does it feel like a bad mood. We don't want a bad mood, and that's why we can't investigate it. Yeah? We want to know what came before the bad mood. Yeah? What kind of thoughts, led to the bad mood? Or what kind of, sensory input led to the bad mood? Yeah? We saw somebody we disliked, we met our boss, and, and he was, not complimenting us, he was, scorning us, and that's why we got in a bad mood. Yeah? So we investigate, the facts. Yeah? Because, for instance, we can say, I tried to do my best, or I was at fault, he was right. Then we don't need to be in a bad mood, yeah? But if we don't see, don't see the whole act, yeah, what came before. And sometimes it just happens, that in the morning, you have a bad dream or you have a bad memory, and the whole day becomes bad. But if we realize, we have a bad dream, and then do Buddha, 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 go into the samadhi, and then everything changes. And we can stop any kind of feeling, in the moment, be it fear, be it anger, be it things, by returning our attention on the Buddha or on the breath, yeah? For 5 minutes, and then look, what brings up the anger or what brings up the bad mood, yeah? Very simple, actually. That's why I said, we are never interested in how we work, We're always interested in how other things work, yeah? If you understand, if you get interested, if you investigate how you work, you can change things, yeah? It's the same thing, you go in a factory or you look at your car. In the 70s, you could open the hood, you see what is working and not working, and you can repair it, yeah? But if you were not interested how a machine works, or how the engine works, you couldn't repair it, could you? And it's just an engine. It's quite complicated, but it is, the good thing about this mind engine is, it is not parallel, it is singular, yeah? It's consecutive, yeah? One thing, provokes the next thing, provokes the next thing, provokes the next thing, yeah? A thought, comes with a certain feeling, yeah? And it triggers a memory, yeah? And the memory comes with a similar feeling, so the feelings add up, yeah? And then comes another thought, And after a while, you have a really big emotion, yeah? But if you stop in the beginning and said, no, I don't want this kind of thought, or I'm not interested in this thought, the whole thing collapses. Huh? The avalanche that comes down and, pulls us away, is gone. Because we take out the stone. It causes the avalanche. Very simple. Okay?
Thank you very much, Ajahn.
Yeah, I thought so. No more questions, Okay, then we can end, yeah? Go and practice, yeah? No, they're still sleepwalking.
That's one. Ajahn, thank you so much for your talk. I just wanted to ask, how do you maintain interest in investigating the body or the feeling and not over-intellectualizing what has been investigated, or to move towards a direction where you actually intellectualize these things but not experiencing it?
Isn't that clear? If you experience a feeling, that is a feeling. You don't think about it, you ask questions. Yeah? Developing wisdom is not to think our way out. I mean, a lot of Westerners think they are arahants, because they thought their way out of samsara, yeah? But they're still bound to samsara, yeah? No. Developing wisdom is asking the right questions. What is pain? How does pain differentiate itself from, for instance, anger, or from lust, or from this, or from that? Huh? And when we go in the body, how is the liver, differentiates from the lungs? Yeah? And we want the answers, the answers that don't come through the mind. I mean, I talked about it, didn't I? We leave out all the answers that come from the kilesas until there's no more answer coming. Yeah? And then, if you do that correctly, sometimes, the knowingness comes up and tells you what is actually going on. Because the chitta knows everything, We just piled all the stones up onto this chitta so that it doesn't see anything anymore. Yeah? All this mud, that is piled up on our chitta, so it is it is dark, yeah? So we have to get it clear. The first thing is to get it clear is through samadhi, and then asking the right questions, yeah? Not intellectualize about it. The facts, just the facts, yeah? This thought, yeah, and then this memory came, and then this happened, and then this happened, yeah. We don't, we just have to show the chitta, and then it understands, because it has this sati, yeah, the sati that is in the chitta. And sometimes you have to do it 100 times. Sometimes it is clear after 10 times. Sometimes you have to do it 1,000 times before you understand. Yeah? That depends on how muddled up your chitta is, yeah. Okay?
Thank you, Ajahn.
Okay, go to sleep, yeah. Now,
Any more questions?
I don't think so. Okay, so, yeah.
So if there are no other questions, we can end the session today. We pay respects to Long Po and bowing 3 times together. Okay, bow.
Every year it's getting worse and worse, yeah? And the smartphone is, the main cause for it, yeah? Okay. Bye.
If anyone has any
offering. Yeah, I mean, if you can't let it go.
so if anyone brought any requisites to offer, you can come forward to offer it.